first in a test in the United States New Mexico desert, then 5,000 miles away at Hiroshima, and then again at Nagasaki, came the world-shaking explosions of the atomic bomb.
Latest reports from the Japanese say that 126,000 died as the result of the damage done by the single bomb that blasted the city.
FrenzyBytes is a 20-year-old who engaged in a relationship with a 15-year-old minor named Fleeksy. Fleeksy was at the time when they turned trans asked by Frenzy to engage in a relationship where they wanted to be boyfriends and literally to make out. That was what was stated on Twitter by Fleeksy. Now, that's the definition of grooming. A 20-year-old who wants to make out with a 15-year-old, even though it's per underline illegal. And of course Fleeksy was obviously uncomfortable with the age difference in between the relationship. And as you can see, Frenzy literally admitted to him loving Fleeksy. Now, one of his friends, Frenzy's friends, named Jordan Vignor, took over the account of him recently to defend him from all of the allegations of pedophilia and grooming, claiming he didn't have a crush on Fleeksy herself, just on who she was to him. Of course they're fucking lying, which literally reinforced the concept that they were in a close relationship. Also, this guy admitted to stalking someone, which is literally stated by himself on Discord. I completely refused to tell my mom I was in love with a boy when I was a kid and during school. I stalked it like a creep for a boy, and that's fucking wrong. Like, why are you fucking stalking somebody in school? That's already fucking weird as fuck, and it has no relation whatsoever to the fucking thing. But I just wanted to mention that. Now, next thing I want to mention is the fact that Frenzy literally all the fucking time said retard so many times on Discord, and it's just weird as fuck. Why are you so edgy to the point where you're spamming retard alert? Like, nobody gives a shit. And then he also said, I would pick Holy Bible more than furries and transgenders. They said this to quote unquote hurt Fleeksy at the time when they broke up or whatever, but that's literally doesn't make any sense. The reason why they said that they wanted just to hurt her is because Frenzy literally said the F slur and was being transphobic to Fleeksy, but it was just to hurt her, guys. And here's the screenshot of them sending a tweet, their bot sending a tweet of Frenzy saying, I would pick the Holy Bible more than furries and transgender. And honestly, religion, I don't see the religion that I follow more than people. And if that's what people think, then I honestly don't give a fuck, because the Bible to me is not more important than a relationship that I have to follow a Bible to, so I just can ruin some relationship. I don't give a fuck if you identify as a fucking soda can. It's just weird to me, but I don't fucking hate it. Honestly, you can be whatever you fucking want to be. Just don't come around saying that I have to fucking correct your pronouns because I get it fucking wrong. That's honestly the only thing I hate about this new gender identity agenda. But still, it doesn't make it right for him to be transphobic and basically fucking homophobic by saying the F slur multiple times on Discord, which I'll show now. Thanks to Fleeksy, I became homophobic. I'm not stopping. Fleeksy is a F slur for real. By the way, Fleeksy, F slurs should be burned. Used to the cancel culture, I don't fucking give a fuck. Okay, F slur. He admits to being 20, by the way, on Twitter, so don't come saying that, oh my god, what if he's not 20? He literally said that he was 20 as early of August. Unless he's 21 now, then he's still 20. So anyways, there's screenshots of him literally admitting to be 20, wanting to make out with a fucking 15-year-old minor even though it's illegal. That's just fucking wrong. And he changed the relationship, didn't want the relationship, after he told the person in a Discord DM saying that I changed my relationship because of age consent. Ah yes, because you wanted to make out with a minor at first, but now after relationship you don't want it anymore because of age consent and not because you're a opposed to being called out. No, of course not. Anyways, they try to make a document basically debunking all of the allegations that Parlo posted on fucking Twitter. Me and Parlo at the time when this post come out just fucking made fun of Frenzy. We literally added him in a DG. We made fun of him. And Parlo and me added more of our friends, and we made even more fun of him, and it was fucking great and amazing. And I'm also fucking honestly so glad that Parlo is back on, like, actively on social media, basically exposing pedophiles as he used to do. It's fucking great, honestly. Anyways, back to relevance to the topic. They made a document where they're trying to debunk the allegations, which I'll now be debunking. The first argument they made that is that a 20-year-old can have a relationship with a 15-year-old without it being wrong. Well, that's a fucking lie. People get exposed all the time for being in a relationship with a 15-year-old while being 20, and that's fucking wrong. Everyone gets exposed for it, and it's fucking wrong. Why is this any different? No, it isn't. Of course not. Their terrible defense is that they were close friends in a relationship. Wow, they're close friends? Why did they say that he wanted to be a boyfriend? That makes no sense. Fleeksy accidentally debunked by himself this proof. I never meant an actual relationship. Making out. So you want to make out with your friend in not an actual relationship? Wow, interesting. I'm in a relationship actually. He actually mentioned in his second comment, I love Fleeksy as a best friend. Love. Now what is love? That is fucking love. Not a fucking love between your best friend. I don't know about you, but I don't fucking go around making out with my fucking best friend. What is grooming, by the way? People are saying that it's not grooming because it's them, they're best friends. But let me remind you that grooming doesn't have to be in a dating relationship. Grooming is when you're making a relationship or an emotional connection with a child or a younger person so that you can just manipulate them. It can be a 40-year-old man who just met a minor on the internet and they're not dating, but they're exchanging nudes, and then he manipulated the minor to in the first place get the nude because they had made an emotional connection without dating beforehand. That is grooming, not because they are dating. No, that was never the argument. The argument was that they manipulated Fleeksy to go into a relationship and even going to the point where he wanted to make out with the person. Their defense for why Frenzy, 20-year-old, by the way, made advances on a 15-year-old, asking whether or not they could be together and him be Frenzy's boyfriend, and if they could make out is so weak. Literally, they said that you're probably wondering why I call him my love boyfriend and etc. if he was just a best friend. Let me show you an example with another person. Then he says this, oh my god, Jordan Vicknar, oh my god, I feel so much better next to my boyfriend, for real. What? Why are you leading Fleeksy, bro? We all know you love him. He's my best friend. I do love him as a best friend. Online dater. Nah, I swear. Online dater, hush. And that doesn't prove anything, because you don't have to be fucking dating to grooming somebody. That was literally the argument that was made in the first place. They still ignored that argument and said that, oh my god, because I'm not their boyfriend, it's not grooming, guys. Fuck. It's never fucking right to any way possible to try to make out with a minor as a best friend. Now, even if it was a relationship between the best friends, it's still grooming. But now we also know that they try to make out. That's basically being in a relationship with dating. I don't know about you, but making out doesn't sound like best friends. Also, do I need to remind everybody that Fleeksy was uncomfortable with the relationship at the first time? It was literally being told to Frenzy multiple times, but Fleeksy being uncomfortable, but Frenzy still knew it and wouldn't work due to its illegality. So they kept the relationship so long, but then he wanted to stop the relationship after age consent, even though he did all of this shit to Fleeksy. Makes no sense. You know, I kind of love Fleeksy, as you know, but I have to change my mind. Why? Age consent. Oh yeah, because you wanted to kiss and make out with the minor before, but now you want to change the relationship because of age consent? Not because you were called out right at the moment where you wanted to stop the relationship. It's literally, if an adult is literally admitting to them kind of loving a minor and then try to initiating a relationship with making out, how is that even defensible at all? How can you even defend such a person? They literally admitted them wanting to fucking, you know, have a making out relationship. That's no defense whatsoever in that. There was never any defense. It's just fucking wrong. Now, they also said this in the document. To begin with, they showed that I actually respect the age boundary between me and Fleeksy, so that also already makes it useless to prove that I'm a pedophile. It's so important to remember that for me, Fleeksy is not a child behind the screen, but a person I've met online, been my best friend for many months. This love I have for her is not related to her as an individual. It was for me to express that very friendship. This is completely fucking incriminating on yourself. You literally said that you wanted to make out with her. It doesn't make any sense why you would even say this in the first place. this. This is just disgusting, fucking disgusting at the first time. Now, let me remind you, an adult forming a sexual relationship, not a dating relationship, by the way, with a minor, trying to make out with the minor when they're underage, knowing this on beforehand, that is grooming. Now, you did this, but you claim it's alright because it's not dating. But let me remind you, dating is nothing about grooming. Grooming is about the manipulation of an emotional connection. They also made a point that says this, and ironically, Flixie herself played with this false relationship a few times, proving she was not comfortable with it. Well, that's pretty much a pathetic point, because the whole argument was that they were in a relationship. Then later on, they switched because she was being groomed. Groomed is when you make an emotional connection. You don't fucking understand what this is. Most victims don't understand until they're groomed, until months, years later. It's until somebody informs them on the reality of their situation. Like, this point proves nothing. And still, you still fucking manipulated them trying to make out with the person. It's an attempt grooming. There might not be necessary evidence of you grooming the individual, but you tried. That's a pathetic attempt of trying to groom a person. That makes no sense whatsoever. There's also this that says exists a screenshot of 77 asking about Flixie about it. Flixie herself says she doesn't actually know. Wow. So you changed the situation from she wasn't groomed to she doesn't know if she was groomed. So now you're changing the whole narrative in the entire document. So now she doesn't know if she was groomed. Like, can you get a fucking better point at one point? Like, bruh. Not only did you portray an inconsistent narrative, but you're defending a groomer. Jordan. Stop defending groomers. Now, let me remind you who Frenzy is. He's the type of guy who likes fucking gay fucking gotcha fetish porn. JK. Also, I don't want to make fun of the dude, but he literally said that he touches his brother and mother. Like, how do you expect me not to make fun of the dude? You say that it's all because of his autism. Ah, yes, because countless of action, I mean countless of actions is defensive for all of the things that he did. That makes great sense. Now, if an autistic kid murdered 20 people in a building, should the person be sentenced because of, or should they just go free because of their autism? No, they would be sentenced of the crime like any other individual. So that point is ridiculous. And honestly, I don't understand why you're defending this person in the first place. You're just a disgusting fucking pedophile supporter, and you will always be. To end this off, I honestly don't give a fuck about what Jordan has to say at this point, or even FrenzyBytes. It's literally proven multiple times that this is an illegal relationship that they wanted to make out, but still, they claim that it was not grooming. It is grooming, and that's how the final stand is gonna be. I'm gonna continuously respond if that I have to, because it's obvious at this point that they're trying to set a narrative to everyone that they're not a groomer, when they're obviously a groomer. FrenzyBytes, your situation is not different from any others. You're still a groomer, and you will always be one. Once a pedophile, always a pedophile. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course this video was never monetized and never will be if I ever get into the YouTube partner program in the first place. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you later. Peace.